Today I wanted to show you, because I'm putting out some new tether stakes for the goat, and so I wanted to show you how we do that. Sorry, my strings are hanging in the way. Wanted to show you how we do that, and this is an awesome way to tether your goat. I got the idea actually from Dirtpatcheaven, and I'll try to post a link to her vlog that showed how she does it. I do it a little bit differently than she does, but she's the one who gave me the idea. So I will post a link to that. Now, first off, before we get into this, tethering your goat, if you don't have good fencing, is kind of a necessity, because goats are notorious for escaping. So this is a really good way to tether them, but if your goats have never been tethered, you will need to train them so they don't get tangled up in the rope and so that they don't hurt themselves. And plus, when your goats are tethered, you need to make sure that you keep a really close eye on them, so that because they can't get away if predators show up. So that being said, Dirtpatcheaven also has a really good vlog on showing how she trains her goats to be tethered. Now, my goat that I have tethered right now, Honey Lemon, she was already tethered prior, so she knows to step over the rope and not to go too far. So just so that you know, you do need to train them if you put them on the tether so that they don't get hurt, and watch them so that they're not prey for predators. So we will go ahead and get started. When we moved here to the property, I found one of these, and it was already sharpened, and I didn't know what it was, but I held on to it because I thought this could be really handy. And what it turns out this is a digger link from a potato machine, discarded, and somebody cut off the other end and sharpened it to a point. This makes a really good stake. It's really long, goes really deep in the ground. Now, we have really hard rocky soil, so it stays in really well. And so I used this digger link, I pound it in the ground, and then up here at the top, I put a ring right here. To attach my tether to. And then I pound this all the way down to the ground with the ring on it, and that's what I hook her tether to. So, and these are what, you can just buy these at the hardware store. They're super, super cheap. The steel O-rings that are welded shut, because otherwise, if you use the ones that have the little slit in them, the goats are strong. They'll pull them apart and they'll get away. So, I'm going to show you one that I already have in the ground. Right over here, this is one that I have in the ground, if you could see this. Let me get on the other side. Okay, see, I've got the link pounded way down into the ground so that she can't get that ring off. She's hooked to this right now, and she's at the end of her tether. So I've got the ring on the digger link, and that's pounded all the way down into the ground. Just the little top bump is showing where that ring is hooked. Now, what I did was I actually have, she has 35 feet. There she is over there. These are dog tie-out ropes, cables actually. And this one here has a spring on it. The one that I have attached to the ring, I made sure I got one that had a spring, so that if she yanks, when she gets to the end, if she yanks, it has a little bit of give, so she won't choke herself. So it's very important if you use these that it's one that swivels, so that as she goes around in the circle, it turns. Okay, that's important. And this is really super strong. This is rated for 250-pound dog. So, and she weighs about 175. So I have two of them hooked together. This one here is hooked together. These don't have springs on them. I just have the one spring. And then the other one is attached to her. And like I said, everything swivels. My husband put this here. Anyway, so it's very important. See, she just got kind of wrapped around that. She's pretty good about getting herself untangled. Aren't you, honey? Aren't you, honey? But you need to keep an eye on them so that they don't hurt themselves or anybody else. So that's how we tie them out. I have not had her escape. She's not escaped. Now the little girls, they are not tethered. They just stick close to mama and they do really well. So I don't really have to worry about them wandering off. But we have not had her escape off of this tether. So it works really, really well. And like I said, I will go ahead, let's see if you can see me. I will go ahead and post the link to Dirtpatcheaven's site, because she does it a little bit differently. She uses a bucket lid to do the spinning and a rope. So instead of the tether with the swivel. So I'll go ahead and post a link to her blog regarding that, and also the link to training your goat on the tether. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.